Hi, second graders. Mr. Askelson here. It is Wednesday, May 27th, 2020. It is week 9 of distance learning. And today on our matrix, we see lesson 6, which is the second part of looking at AM and PM when we're telling time. The directions say do independent pages numbers 4 through 14 on pages 627 through 628 in your math packet. Complete the right math at the bottom of the page. So we're just going to do a quick review today of AM and PM. And remember, AM starts at midnight and goes till noon, and PM starts at noon and goes back to midnight. So in a day, there are 24 hours, and those 24 hours are broken into two 12-hour periods, AM and PM. So all we're going to do is take a look, and I think it's sometimes important to think of to help with AM and PM, think about what you might be doing during the AM or what you might be doing during the PM. So if I was to look at this little picture right here, you can see that there is bacon and eggs and toast, and usually those types of foods are used to have breakfast. So normally, and I know you could eat this really anytime, but normally, when would you have food like this? Would you eat breakfast at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.? And I think we all can agree that we would probably be eating breakfast at 7 a.m. The next one, go out for a bike ride. It's been kind of tough lately because our weather's been kind of rainy and cloudy. But if you were to go out on a bike ride, would you be riding that bike at 4 a.m. or 4 p.m.? And remember, AM starts at midnight and goes till noon. So would you be out riding your bike at 4 o'clock in the morning? It would be dark. Most people would be asleep. Or would you be riding that bike at 4 p.m., which would be 4 in the afternoon? And once again, pretty simple to probably pick that we would do that bike riding in the afternoon or 4 p.m. How about going to the movies? Now, it's kind of hard to do that right now with social distancing and things like that. Although I heard on the news this morning that some places are thinking of reopening some outdoor theaters. And most of you probably have never been to an outdoor theater, but we used to have one in Austin. It's where you sit in your car and you can watch movies. So if you were going to go to a movie, would you go at 9 a.m. or would you go at 9 p.m.? Sometimes they show movies early in the morning if it's for a special occasion, but most of the time you would go in the evening, so it would be 9 p.m. All right. How about eating lunch? Whether you're at school or at home, hopefully you're still getting a good lunch each day. And would you eat lunch at 11 a.m., which would be right before noon, or would you eat it at 11 p.m., which would be right before midnight? And most of us eat our lunch sometime in the before noon or at noon. So in this case, lunch would be at 11 a.m. All right, if it was a bright, sunny, warm day and things were back to normal, maybe you would go to a swimming pool. And I did see, I was in town, I had to run an errand yesterday, and people are starting to put little pools out in their driveway, and kids are splashing around. So that might be a good option. But would you go swimming at 2 o'clock in the morning, a.m., or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, p.m.? And I think most of us would agree that if we're going to go swimming, we would like to go on a nice, warm, sunny day to be around the pool and maybe cool off. So we would probably go swimming at 2 p.m. or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Last one, going to bed at night. The moon and sleep and things. I know some people, maybe some of your parents or family members work the night shift. And so if they're working at night, they might go to sleep at 8 a.m. But probably you and a majority of people kind of working, I guess you could say, regular hours, we would probably not go to sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning. We would go to sleep at 8 o'clock in the evening or 8 o'clock p.m. So as you're going through your activity today, and you're trying to decide what might be taking place at a certain time, or if you're drawing hands on a clock, think about what that activity or when that activity would be done during the daylight hours, during the dark hours, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and that will help you kind of understand and be able to visualize AM and PM. So I hope that helps second graders. Have a great day.